Okay, today we're looking at quartiles, which you've seen before in stage 5, deciles. So quartiles divides your data into quarters. Deciles divides, so quarters are 25%. What do you think deciles break your data up into? Into 10%. Bottom 10%, the next 10%. So deciles break your data up into 10%. And percentiles break your data up into percentage, like 1%. Okay? So, we're just going to today look at median, lower quartile, upper quartile, and things like that, okay? So, the 3 quartiles, but you might think there are 4 quarters, and there are 4 quarters to data, but to divide the data into 4 parts, you have 3 divisions. See how you've got 4 sets, sort of, but you have 3 divisions. So the 3 quartiles of a data set are those values that separate the data into quarters. So first quartile, second, third, but it has separated the data into 4 sets, sort of. The lower quartile, Q1, separates the bottom quarter, or 25% of scores, from the rest of the scores. So that's the bottom quartile here. The upper quartile, Q3, it's called Q3 or QU. So the lower quartile is the first quartile. It's called Q1 or QL for lower, okay? The upper quartile is the top quartile. It's called the third quartile, Q3 or QU for upper. It separates the top quarter or 25% scores from the rest. And the middle quartile, you've already looked at this a lot, is Q2. It's the median. So we go Q1, Q2, Q3, but we don't work them out in that order. You always work out Q2 first, always work out the median first. Now, I've got a nice simple method for working them out at the bottom of the page. So if we just look at these speeds here, we've got 11 cars driving along a major country road and their speeds were recorded. Now, 11 scores. Whenever you do quartiles, always work out your median first. Could you work out, I'm just going to cover this. 11 scores, how do we break them up? We go 5, 5, and the one in the middle. So we're looking for which score? Oh, they're not in order. Sorry, see how I did that? They're not in order. So we put them in order down here, and we're looking for the 6th one, because I've got 11 scores. I go 5, 5, 1. That's my median. No, the top ones weren't. The bottom ones are. So first you order the scores, and we've got 11. And to break up 11 scores, we'll put 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and 1 in between. 1 in the middle is my 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my median, which is called the second quartile. And now, see this 93? And I will explain this further down below. You now have a lower set of scores, not including the median. So in my lower set of scores, so here's my median, take it out. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores below the median. I find the median of those. If I've got 5 scores, how do I break them up? 2, 2, and 1. That will be the median for my lower set. So if I've got 5 scores, it's my third score. That's the lower quartile. So the lower quartile is the median of the lower scores. And then that's my median. If it's an odd number of scores, you take the median out. Here are my upper 5 scores, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My median is the third score of those. Sorry, the median of those is that, which is called Q3. Now, I'm going to do it properly down the bottom. All right? That's just an overview. We're going to do it properly now. A quick overview. I'm actually going to do it step by step now. Okay? So, all right, to find quartiles of a set of data, you put your scores in order, you find the median, and you call it Q2. You then find the median of the bottom half of scores and call it Q1, and you find the median of the top half of scores and call it Q3. Now we're going to do 2 examples here, one with an odd number of scores and one with an even number of scores. Now, let's count how many scores we've got. In this example, we want to find Q1, Q2, Q3, or the first, second, and third quartiles. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've got an even number of scores. So how do I break them up? 8. What do I do? 4 and 4, medians there. So I put a line down here. 4 scores on the left, 4 on the right. What's the median? Yeah, it's the average of 8 and 9. Because I wouldn't even write it as 8 plus 9 over 2. I'd just say 8.5. It's halfway between 8 and 9. Okay? So the median is there. Now, I don't pull a score out. There's nothing to pull out. There's my lower half of scores. There's my top half of scores. To find the first quartile, you just do the median again of the lower half. So the even number of scores is probably the easier one to do. We put the median in, and then we look at the lower half of scores, and we do a median there. Are we good? That's Q1. So the lower quartile or first quartile is the median of 5 and 7, which is the number halfway between 5 and 7, which is 6. And here's my upper half of scores. So I'm going to go here. That's my lower scores. And they're my upper half. And the median of these, are we okay, is halfway between 10 and 11. That's my Q3, which is, what is it? 10.5. How are we with that? For an even number of scores is the easiest type. There's Q2, or my median. 4 scores in the bottom half, 4 scores in the top half. If you want, you can write those 4 scores here. They're my lower scores. No, they're not. Wrong spot. They're my lower scores. That's my lower group, and my upper group was 9, 10, 11, 12, if you wanted to rewrite the scores out. So even scores, pretty easy to do. We just got to be careful with top half of scores, with odd scores. Calculating quartiles, if there is an odd number of scores, you need to highlight this one, you need to make sure that there is the same number of numbers in the upper and the lower groups. The median is not counted in either group if there is an odd number of scores. So let's look at this example here. So how many scores do I have here? I've got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9. Oops, I put 4 here and 4 there, and 1 score in the middle is my median. So my median is my 5th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My median is, so Q2 or my median is 7. Now, this is what I don't do. I don't say my lower group includes the 7. It does not. I take it out. And my upper group also includes the 7. I can't do that. You have to take it out. It doesn't belong to either group. So, my lower group, I'm just going to write down what my lower group is, or I'll just, this is my lower group. It's only got 4 numbers in it. And my upper group only has 4 numbers, and this is my median, and it's not counted in either my lower or upper groups. So let's find the median of which is the middle of the lower group. My lower group is 3, 4, 4, 6. So the median Q1 is 4. And my upper group consists of 8, 8, 10, and 11, and my median halfway between 8 and 10 is 9. Oops. 8, oh goodness me, look what I'm writing. Okay, so that median is 9, but really, if it's easy to see, halfway between 8 and 10 is 9. All right, this 4 was the average of 4 and 4, but you don't need to show that working. Okay? All right, here we go. We've got a stem and leaf plot. You've got to find the median, the lower quartile, the upper quartile. Now, what I would do, we're going to do our little gritty thing here, and we're going to work out exactly which scores we're going to pull out. So the stem and leaf plot on the right shows the game scores of a group of 10 pin bowlers. All right, how many scores? We want the median. Let's count how many scores. 1, 2, 3. I got 32 as well. So we're going to go 32 scores. Let's start breaking them up. How do you break them up? 16 on the left, 16 on the right. The median is in between. Now that you've got your bottom 16, thank goodness they're even as well, and you break them up and you go 8 and 8. And here you go 8 and 8. Are you okay with this? I break them up into 16, 16. I don't have to pull a score out of the middle because there's an even number of scores. I then break the 16 up into 8 and 8, and I'm going to put lines here and that'll be Q1, and that'll be Q3, and we know this one up here is the median. So let's go in and put these lines through our data as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put a line. That's Q1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put a line. Well, let's hope we've got 16 numbers so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All good. Right, let's count another 8. See how I've got it here? 8, then a line. 8, then a line. 8. Got it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I like doing this over here. It's my little map of what I want to do. And I'll make sure I've got 8 left at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything's good. Okay. Median. The second one. What is it? 113.5. So it's 113.5 because it's halfway between 113 and 114. What's my lower quartile? Ooh. The average of 19. All right, I'm going to do this down here. My lower, I'll do it actually here where we can see. B. My Q1 is the average of which two numbers? This one, isn't it? What is it? 99 and the one after that. And 104. You okay with that? Yeah, it just happens that it's at the end of a row, makes it a bit awkward. So 99, the one before the line, and the one after the line, 104. Well, that's an odd. Is it like 101.5? Yeah. And C, the upper quartile Q3, that one's a bit easier, halfway between 125 and 126, which is 125.5. We all good? Just that one was a bit tricky to read. So what you might, some people might put that line and they'll circle the one before and after to average. They'll circle the ones before and after, but I don't sort of normally do that. All right? I just put my lines in there. Otherwise it just gets too much on the page. So the lower quartile was 101.5 and the upper one was 125.5. Okay? Questions. We're not just going to do the upper quartile. So the dot plot on the right shows the number of vehicles driving past Westvale High School in each minute in a 20-minute period. Oh, okay, so someone was there, and in one of the minutes, only 2 cars went past. And in another one of the minutes, 4 cars went past. You get it? And in another one of the minutes, 5 cars went past in three times, like in 3 of the minutes that they recorded. So what they did, they looked at 0 time, and after 1 minute, they had counted how many cars drove past. And then in the next minute, they counted how many cars drove past. All right, this is a high school. They're trying to see how much traffic's out the front. So for every minute, they counted the number of cars that went past the school. Okay, and 8 cars went past in how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 5 of those minutes. 8 cars. 8 cars, number of vehicles per minute. So 8 cars going past in the minute happened 5 times. 7 cars going past in the minute happened 5 times as well. Do you get that? No. Oh, but you can't do the upper quartile unless you've done the median and all that. So we've got 20 scores. So what do? Break it up in half. What do I write? 10 and 10. Put a line in the middle. That's my median. And then for the lower half of scores, I break that up and I write 5 and 5, and I put another line and I break it up again, the upper half, and I write 5 and 5. Now, if I want to answer the question straight away, what's the quickest way of finding Q3? Should I start counting at the bottom or start from the top? Yeah, start from the top here and count back how many numbers. No, I can go here and count 15, or I can start from the end and count back 5. All right? Look, 1, 2, 3. You always fill from the bottom. So it must be you come down. Do you understand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be Q3. You know, if you were drawing a dot plot, don't you start drawing at the bottom and up, they'd be the last two that you put. Do you get it? All right, let's do it from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what we're going to do? We're going to work them all out. Okay? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Q1 would be there. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The median would be here. All right, you tell me. I want all of them. So can you give me Q1 first? No, it doesn't. No, because I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Yes, you know why? Because when you draw it, you put the dots. When I construct the graph, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the last two. Do you get that? Do you get it? So, girls, with the dot plot, count down. If you're counting, oh, wait a sec. Sorry. From the front, I do it the way I draw it. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then I go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Because when I'm going from the front, I do it normal way. Then I go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You see? It's in the right spot. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The only reason I went from the top and down is that I was counting backwards. Do you get it? So if you decide to count from the back, girls, you've got to go from the top down. It's like you're drawing it in reverse. So if that's going to confuse you, count from the front. Do you get it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm counting from the front. I do it in normal order. Not circling any numbers here. I'm putting lines. That's lines between numbers. That means I need to average. It's not 5. See, here when I go 5 and 5, they're the first 5 scores. Their score 6 to 10. So it would be the average of the 5th and the 6th score, which actually happened to be 5 and 6. 5 plus 6 over 2. Q1 is 5.5. Q2, the median, is what? That one's nice and easy. 7? No. It's the average of 7 and 7. And Q3 is the average of 8 and 8, which is 8. So therefore, multiple choice, the answer is 8, which is D. Okay?